بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وخاتم النبيين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بالإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I'm your brother Abdul-Lateef from both Arabic Virtual Academy as well as Abdul-Lateef.com. Today I want to talk to you about another issue that we're dealing with in this group, basic Arabic principles. And this is an issue that might seem a little advanced. And because of this, we're going to keep this video short. But it's something you need to get a small taste of now, and we can build on it as we go. And this is because of the connection it has with the videos that just came before. And this is the issue of what they call the Hamzatul Wasl and the Hamzatul Qat'. طيب. Sometimes you're going to have this Hamza. That you'll see the Hamza in the beginning of the word. Like if you've ever noticed in any of your classes or any of the books that teach you Arabic, I don't know which programs you're all working through right now. Some of you are working with our academy. You know, as you know, we use different curriculum for different students. But if you notice some of the words, some of the alif on some of these words, they're going to have the Hamza on it. And some of them won't. طيب. You're going to notice that when you read this alif or you read this Hamza sometimes, what's going to end up happening is that sometimes you're going to skip right over it. You're always going to see it written, but sometimes you'll pronounce it, sometimes you won't. Like for instance, with the word ibn, when it comes at the beginning of the sentence, nothing before it, you pronounce the ibn, I. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear that Hamza there. You're going to see it and you're going to hear it. But if something comes before it, you're going to skip right over that alif. And if you notice the alif, or we're going to call it a Hamza on ibn, or we'll call it an alif because it looks like an alif, and in the beginning stages we'll just keep it easy. You're not going to see the Hamza written on there. You understand? You're not going to see it. So this lets you know, generally, that if it's at the beginning of the word, you're going to pronounce it. If it comes after something else, you won't. Like if you have the waw in front of it. You don't say, wa ibnu. You skip right over that alif or the Hamza, whatever we're going to call it for right now, and we're going to say webnu. Do you understand? Understand? So, this is the situation of when you actually don't see that Hamza. But when you see it written down, then this is when you're going to both see it and say it, whether or not something comes before it. Like for instance, the word a'mal. A'mal. And this is the jam' or the plural for the word amal. It starts off with the alif that has the Hamza on top. You see it. If it comes in the beginning of the word, you're going to say a'mal. You're going to pronounce that Hamza. if it has something in front of it, you're still going to pronounce it. Just like if you have put the wow in front of it, like we did with Ibn. We're not going to jump from the wow to the ayn. We're going to go from the wow to the hamza to the ayn. So we'd say, wa a'mal. Do you understand? This is the difference between the Hamzatul Wasl and the Hamzatul Qat'. The first one, you're only going to, both of them, you're going to see them either way, written. But the first one, you're only going to pronounce it if it's the first word in that sentence. And the second one is going to be pronounced whether it's the first word or it is preceded by another word or a phrase or a sentence, whatever, as long as something comes before it. Whether or not something comes before it, it's still going to be pronounced. And like we said, this might seem a little bit advanced. So for those of you who know what I'm talking about, try and understand it the way I'm trying to explain it. It'll make it a lot easier. For those of you who haven't gotten that far in your durus or your lessons, then just keep it in mind. Save this video so that when you get to it, you can go back to it. It's going to make a lot more sense. Because a lot of people, they get intimidated by which one is which and how do we do it and how do I go. And listen, it's really easy. The first one, both of them you see both times. You see it written. But the first one, as we said, you only pronounce it if it's the first word in the sentence. Where the second one, you're going to pronounce it whether it's the first word, the second word, the third word, the fourth word. It doesn't matter. It will always be pronounced. You're never going to skip over it. And inshallah ta'ala, I hope this was beneficial. If you found it to be beneficial, like the video, put any of your comments or questions you have down below, and share this video with your friends and family. Jazakumullahu khair. We ask you to keep us all in your dua. Wa barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.